all years and all fun today. So let's welcome these skaters. I'm just going to read the roster for Team White as they take the track. 7 seed Gracie O'Malley, 27 Blix Dixon, number 40 Mary Magdalene Quint, number 103 Catastrophe, number 3 Sprout, 55 Billy Goatsnuff, 516 Ruby Slapper, 24 Allspice, number 88 Miss Function, 240 Lil Britches, number 20 Judge Dreadhead, a classic number 83 Rex Havoc, 2+1 Slinky Pinky, and another classic number 7 Scario. Your coaches for Team White, Agent Orange and Scoot. You will have the Walking Dead in black, number 5, Fifth Element, number 234, The Nemesis, number 462, My Good Friend Pirate Booty, number 111, Electri, number 63, Desiree, number 975, Andy Slambird, 35, Ricky Tiki Tabby, number 4, Slay Station, 44, Chalet, R2D2 Art Outlaw Bonnie, number 14 Terrorizer, number 20 Abby Wamblock, and another classic number 12 Aerial Strike. Your coaches for Team Black, the one and only Shred Eye and Ryan Powers. Give it up for these two exhibition game teams. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity for some of these skaters to take the track in front of you, the fabulous fans, for the first time. So let's give it up one more time for the Recreational League of Emerald City. Alright, in the black at the top of the pack, you have number 5, Fifth Element. And coming around in white, number 3, Sprout. Both of these teams setting up for a little defense and offense at the same time. That's the fun of Derby, and Fifth Element is out on her scoring pass. She holds the jam for 4 points. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Apple Bottoms Up, and your co-host this evening.
Hi, I'm Will Orphan Annihilator. Welcome to the Lane Event Center.
I am going up on the track again, number 72 in black. That is the mystery skater, number 72, going off. That's Andy Slambird. We're going to get that number corrected. Sorry about that, folks. Your blockers are doing a good job in black of holding back White's jammer. That's Billy Goatsnuff. And getting taken to the outside, Billy Goat has to re-enter behind the skater that took her out. Unfortunately, we have called a cut penalty, and she's going to spend a few moments in the box.
And we're going to have a little jammer switcheroo over there as the jammer who's in the box is going to come out of the box. And the white jammer is going to go back in the box. That's because of a cutting penalty. As Apple Bottoms Up said, you may or may not know we have quite a varying degree of skaters out here as far as skill level. We have some veteran skaters, some brand new folks, and some folks that have been skating with our rec league for a few months now.
Probably the hardest part that everyone's going to have tonight is understanding the rules. And enforcing the rules is our fabulous referee crew and our non-skating officials in paint. Both jammers are out of the box, Lilo, and racing to get into the pack first is Andy Slamberg in black. Meanwhile, 55 votes. She is getting voted at the back of the pack.
That side, it looks like these blockers out there in black doing a great job cycling around, leaving Billy Goat Snuff back.
And another unfortunate penalty. We are going to have 5 points going on the board for black.
That's right, 5 points is a grand slam when a jammer from one team passes another jammer in an entire lap. They can get that additional point if they legally pass all the other blockers on the track. So once in a while, you'll see that 5 points go up in the sky, and you know that means there was a lapped jammer.
We're going to be explaining the game a little bit for all of you fans who are here to support your recreational players. And we're going to try to get you ready for the final event of this evening, so you're well aware of these rules. As White's jammer starts in the penalty block, black is undisputed, and at the top of the pack we have number 2, 3, 4 in black, the Nemesis.
That's right, and the Nemesis currently on what we like to call a power jam. Power jams when just one of the jammers is out on the track and the other one, for one reason or another, is not.
And a penalty is being issued to the Nemesis as White's jammer re-enters the pack.
Penalties are, I think, the hardest part to get through over here. When you're starting to learn derby, you're just getting comfortable on your skates, you're just getting comfortable with the rules of the game. Committing accidental penalties seems to happen a lot, but as soon as you start getting the feel of it, Apple can attest to this, you start cutting those penalties down a little as you know a little bit more about how to avoid them.
What you have witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, is a star pass. Now the jammer is in white. Slinky Pinky, she is scoring. She has done 2 5-point passes as Black's jammer is coming out of the box now. A star pass is when one of the jammers passes her panning to the pivot, the other skater with a strike. It is the only skater that can receive the helmet cover and then become the designated scoring jammer as Slinky Pinky shows us how it's done. The Nemesis struggling to get to the top of the box, the top of the pack. She is being met by the infamous Rex Havoc.
Meanwhile, Slinky Pinky making her way around the outside without even getting a blocker on her, picking up 4 more points in the pack. And back again to try to get some more. Looks like picking up 2 more for the team in white. You can tell which referee is counting for which team by the color of the wristlet that is on the referee. So genetic disorder out there with a white wristband is counting the score for the white team. And the Jamrex with the black wristband is counting for the black team.
All right, with a close score, 120 to 18, we have about as close as it gets going into this first period.
And it looks like once again, out on the floor, that's number 72, Andy Slamberg, jamming for this team here in black.
And 103, Dave Hasserby going to take a 30-second hiatus in the box, giving black a chance to score.
And that was a cutting penalty, so in the case of a jammer cutting through the pack, that is an easy cut penalty. Unfortunately, if you're going around the track, it's a little harder for a blocker to pick one up, but they certainly can.
Andy Slamberg looking to coach Shred-Eye, who gives the signal to call that jam. The reason you would call the jam, ladies and gentlemen, is that both of the jammers will be scoring points every time they come through, which means if they can't have any points, you better stop them. Penalties being initiated for blockers off the beginning whistle. Number 5, Fifth Element, your lead jammer in black.
I believe that was a blocking in the wrong direction penalty if I'm seeing that.
Ooh, Fifth Element taking a nice little hop on the inside for 5 points. Meanwhile, Catastrophe is back in scoring. Well, first pass does not score points with a roll, but once Catastrophe gets through her second pass, she will begin scoring.
That's right, in that first pass you can pick up lead jammer if you're the first one legally through, but it's not till the second pass that you can score to start to score points as a jammer. You'll notice sometimes the jammers get close to out of the pack and then they have to fall back, so you do have to get all the way through the pack, passing all of the skaters to consider that your first lap.
Taking the star in last, number 35, Ricky Chicky Tammy, going up against Billy Goat Snuff. Once again, number 55 in white. And Rex Havoc taking Ricky Chicky to the inside, forcing her to come back in. Meanwhile, Rex getting a penalty on that scuffle with Ricky Chicky, who is now your lead jammer. That's right, we like to hear it for our teams. Give it up, fans, for your favorite jammer. Ooh, that pirate booty doing some damage to White's blocker. That's the pivot with the strike, who is currently stashing the jammer's candy helmet.
That's right. Meanwhile, Ricky Chicky Tabby making her way one more time, picking up an additional 5 points.
The strategy behind passing the star is that if you pass the star, you cannot be the lead jammer who calls the game on. So if you're struggling to get through, you might as well pass the star to a fellow pivot with the stripe, is the only person who can take it. Then they can just start scoring points on your behalf.
That's right, and because of penalty box sits, once in a while you'll have a jammer that gets recycled back out over and over and over, and they are grateful to have an opportunity to take that star off their helmet and give it to somebody else so they don't have to jam the very next time.
That's right. F, number 234, the Nemesis, your lead jammer for black. Meanwhile, number 44, Chalet, taking Sprout out. That is a huge aim for Sprout to get out of that pack and have the opportunity to score for White, who has not put any points on the board in the last few games. Oh, with the instructions to call it, not a chance. Black putting 4 points on the board.
So if there's anybody out here who's thinking, gosh, this looks like a lot of fun and I would like to get involved in this, the good news is that we are coming up on a new session of Rec League here starting on January 4th. If you're interested in signing up, you can go to ecrg.com and join this recreational team.
Huge hit by number 7, Ogden. However, number 72 is going to pick up a cut for not recycling behind Ogden, who hit that skater to the inside.
That's right, when you get pushed out of bounds by another skater, legally you have to go in the pack behind them unless that skater has also been pushed out of bounds or fallen down. And it looks like Slinky Pinky taking advantage of this power jam, picking up 5 points there. Obviously, if the other jammer is in the penalty box, they cannot be doing anything except getting lapped.
That's right, your point will be scored upon you if you're in the box. Number 2+1, Slinky Pinky, another 5 points for White. Let's hear it for Team White, T-Rex. They need all the encouragement they can get as they catch up to the Walking Dead in black. Oh, calling that as she falls to the ground, Slinky Pinky.
That's right, you can call off the jammer as a lead jammer at any time as long as you have not committed a penalty. So even though she was off of the track and on the ground, she's still eligible to call that jam off. It's only if she were to be getting assessed a penalty at that moment that she would lose her lead jammer status and they would not allow her to call it off.
Well, you may wonder why we're telling you about all this, guys. How many people out in this audience, is this your first time watching roller derby? Raise your hand.
That's right, folks. We're talking to you.
We want to explain what the heck is going on because it's such a fast, exciting game, you might miss it. Your lead jammer being pointed at by the lovely genetic disorder is Billy Goat Snuff in white. That's right, follow her. She has the star on her helmet. Oh, a huge hit from Pirate Booty and she follows the jam. You notice Pirate Booty comes over to make sure she's okay because it's a lot of fun to hit people, but it's always in good fun.
That's right, folks. We have great EMT volunteers. We always have somebody here that's able to help somebody who maybe has an injury, but of course, as Bottoms have said, we certainly do not want to see anybody get hurt. We just want to see everybody have a great time.
That's 103 in white, Catastrophe getting caught up at the back. Meanwhile, your blocker in black, number 234, the Nemesis. And Kate, a little confusion on who the lead is. That would be the Nemesis as the referee is pointing to designate lead. She called that jam because Kate Catastrophe right behind her would also be scoring points on this next time through.
That's right. Strategically, sometimes it is better to take away your own opportunity for points rather than allowing the other team to gain points. So you'll see that a lot, especially in this game with the Church and the Dolls. I have a feeling there'll be a lot of get in, get your points, get out, call off the jam business.
I call that hit it and quit it. Your score 32 to 46 with 3 minutes left in this first period.
That's right. 2 blockers from the team in white is still in the penalty box, but getting ready to come out, and 1 blocker from the team in black here, also in the penalty box. You'll notice that when the folks stand, they just have a handful of seconds left, about 10 of them, that they are going to be coming right back. Sorry, they used to have 10, they now have 5.
And Slinky Dinky in white is your lead jammer, scoring with each pass, bringing this score close together. Another 5 points on the board. Not sure. Oh, the jammer in black is still caught up in the pack. That is why she got 5 points on that pass. So low.
That's right, but we've got 4 points on the board for this team black and Slinky Dinky calling it off.
Anybody Team White out there? Any Team Rex fans?
That's right, the T-Rex.
Well, it's just a 5-point game going into this halftime. This is a shorter period than a usual bout. We're going to be doing 2 20-minute periods instead of 30 minutes. So this first period is almost over, folks. Let's hear it for the recreational roller derby. All right, number 103, Catastrophe up the inside. She is not your lead jammer. Lead jammer going to number 5, Fifth Element. What will she do? Can she catch up enough time to pass Catastrophe and score? Or will she call it? She's gonna try. She gets through. Both jammers scoring points on this pass. Looks like Fifth Element is going to try to put more points on the board for black. Meanwhile, Catastrophe is also scoring points, folks.
And you can see here that the team in black is
speeding up.
They are speeding up. They're trying to get away from that jammer in white, keep her from passing them and scoring points.
With a big pile up on the outside turn. Both jammers back in, but white is doing a great job of holding at the top of the pack. The score is adding up as the clock is ticking down. Fifth Element could call this jam, but she wants to put as many points on the board as she can. Those whistles, folks, are for penalties. Fifth Element, another 4 points on the board.
And it looks like we are with them one by one. to that penalty box. Two blockers from this team in black, the Walking Dead.
Looks like Kate Gasserby is stuck in the pack as Pirate Booty just keeps recycling her back, staying within 20 feet of the opponent. Fifth Element still your lead jammer as the score 10 points between the teams. The clock, 14 seconds left, guys. Let's hear it for Fifth Element. She needs all the encouragement she can get so she can get around one more scoring pass. All right, let's give it up for these players.
We're just going to take a 5-minute break here in between these periods, and then we'll be back with more of this rec league action.
scoops. Everything is on sale. Get your merch, get your Christmas present on. Once again, the T-Rex from a recreational league and the Team in Black, Walking Dead. And in black, the Nemesis number 2, 3, 4, having to go back and recycle as White's Slinky Dinky is your lead jammer. I'm Upper Bottoms Up, joined with Little O to my right. And Slinky Dinky sneaking through for 5 points as Black's jammer was still stuck in the pack. You'll notice when the referees throw their arms up like this, it means there's no pack. You better quit hitting them and get back together, blockers.
During that time, in the situation where there is no pack, nobody can score any points. So that's a situation that a team is going to want to rectify immediately so that if their jammer is coming through there, they will actually be eligible to score points.
And White getting knocked to the out and calls the jam. Slinky Dinky taking a huge hit. 1 point going on the board for White, bringing their score at 69-76. This is only going to be a 20-minute period, followed by our feature bout of the evening. We'll tell you a little bit about that in just a few. Meanwhile, number 72 in black, Andy Slamberg is your jammer going up against White. Mary Magdalene. Miss Mary Magdalene is a member of the rep team who started out here as a skater in our previous form of recreational derby, which was the Golden Doom. She is now trained to be the jammer, getting taken out by Electrique. Since both of them went out, Mary does not have to re-enter in front or behind Electrique. Sometimes you gotta do it just to be safe. And Mary making her way through for your lead jammer in white. Mary works evenings as a neurology nurse, keeping people's brains happy.
I could use that right about now, actually. I mean, it's not severe, but I have some brain deadness, I think.
That's right, another 5 points going on the board for Miss Mary Magdalene.
It looks like these ladies out there in white doing everything they can do, holding back that jammer in black, doing a pretty good job of it.
That's right, that blocking wall made up of Ogden and Gracie and Allspice is doing great.
That's one of the things you'll see a lot too. In Derby, people are much more effective as a team than they are individually, especially when it comes to blocking. So you'll see these folks working together, sometimes in groups of an entire 4 pack of team members trying to hold one jammer back.
I like that both teams are utilizing their OG blockers to their advantage, but also not making it a total OG party out there. A lot of these skaters are their first time taking the track in public.
Yes, and it is nice to see some of these that returning as well as OG skaters that are either retiring or working towards doing something besides being on a team.
That's right, Fifth Element coming through on her scoring pass. Meanwhile, number 3, Sprout has made it through the pass. She is still on her first pass, folks. Give it up for Sprout so she can get through. If you want to join the Recreational Roller Derby League, you can choose your level of commitment, which is what appeals to a lot of these skaters. We know that home teams and travel team is a huge commitment, but once you taste the feel of playing roller derby, you might want more. So if you're considering a gift for someone that is athletic or someone that needs to become more healthy and have some fun, why don't you buy them a pass for our upcoming recreational derby season starting in January. Check it out, BCRT.com. Your lead jammer in white, Slinky Pinky, 2+1. Sneaks through the outside, but takes a hit from Aerial Stride. She's recycled to the back of the pack. Must re-enter behind Aerial Stride. Meanwhile, the Nemesis sneaking in to get her points. And she puts 4 points on the board for Black.
I do think it was nice of them to put Rex Havoc and Aerial Strike on opposite teams. That's a nice thing to do, because nobody wants to have to go up against both of them together.
That's right. Former Andromedals and travel team skaters, Aerial Strike and Rex Havoc, are your formidable OGs on these teams. Another 5 points for the Nemesis. Black has dominated this second period, but only by about 12 points, 12 to 15 points separating these teams. That's just a couple passes through the track. Looks like we have some penalties being issued by the referees. The Nemesis getting into it with White's blocker. She's going to have to spend about 30 seconds in the box, giving Slinky Pinky a chance to score.
I feel like that was a great example of the difference between offense and defense here in the pack. You saw as the jammer was approaching, all of the skaters in black were waiting to play defense. And as soon as that black jammer, the second that black jammer got called out, everyone in white turned around and went back to help their jammer back into offense mode. You see a lot of that offense and defense sometimes being played by the team inside the pack at the same time.
Well, I think that is what makes this sport very unique, Romero. And the fact is, you cannot go out of bounds to avoid a hit, unlike some sports like football, whatever.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Football is dead to me.
Imagine if you couldn't run out of bounds, you had to take your hit. It'd be a different game. That's derby, and you can't run away from your blockers.
Oh, looks like we have an official timeout. For those of you who don't know, as the timekeeping person there in pink in the middle is putting her hands on her shoulders, she is indicating that the officials have called a timeout where they are verifying either a penalty or a point that was scored or making sure that they have all of their statistics right. So you may see that again throughout the night.
The unique nature of the 220-minute scrimmage that we're having tonight is that the clock is not going to stop while these officials take some time. So ladies and gentlemen, this clock is going to continue ticking, so these referees need to get going. No, we love our officials.
And it's a good point to make that the officials are always looking for more officials. So if this looks fun to you, but you don't really want to be out there skating and getting hit, you can get involved at ECRG by becoming an official, either non-skating or skating.
And we're going to start for the first time in white, number 20, Abby Longblock.
That is Judge Dreadhead, actually.
Oh, excuse me.
Out there in white.
Well, I'll get on the correct roster. That is right, Judge Dreadhead. I didn't read the correct roster, guys.
Don't worry, we're going to screw up a lot, because that's what we do.
That's all right, Judge Dreadhead doing a fantastic job as your jammer in white, calling it after scoring 4 points, bringing white 87 to 92, guys. Let's hear it for these teams. It's only going to be a few more minutes. Oh, maybe about 10.
You know, I think one of the hardest things, too, as a new skater out there is endurance. And you know that some of these skaters have not been skating for very long. And building up endurance just as a human being is a time kind of process. So you know that this is is rough to get out there and do this for 40 minutes when they probably haven't done it much at all before now.
Oh, Fire sneaking up to get a hit on 7C. That's Gracie O'Malley, your lead jammer for the T-Rex.
That's right, and Tyra Booty right back into the package. She did not commit any penalties.
O'Malley getting 5 points on the board while Black Jammer is about to re-enter.
And again, you can see these blockers trying to line up, communicating with each other, trying to find a way to get regrouped to play defense here in the back. Lex Havoc trying to communicate with her other skaters back here in white, doing a great job holding the Nemesis back at the back of the pack.
Gracie being taken back by Ariel Stripe and Tyra Booty. That is a team of blockers between the three of them. Electric number 111 has already knocked Gracie down a couple times. She just keeps seeming to find her. Meanwhile, the Nemesis scoring on her next pass. Right now, she is not your lead.
So in the situation, I don't know if we said this already, but in the situation where we don't have a lead jammer or the lead jammer goes to the penalty box, we would have a jam that lasts 2 minutes, and 2 minutes is the maximum time that a jam could last if it wasn't called off.
Once again, a quick official review, a little bit of a timeout here for the Isaac waves them off to wave off number 63 in black, Desiree. And we're going to be getting back into this game in just a few moments, folks.
Again, if you're interested in joining the recreational league here for Emerald City Roller Girls, that is easy to do. It's starting on January 4th. So just go to ecrg.com and you can sign up there. Also, ECRG on Twitter as well as Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to follow what we're up to in the off season and for our travel season that's going to be coming up, please like all of those pages and you'll get to see what's going on. Of course, those of you who are familiar know that we're going to be doing the Big O once again in May.
Oh, a lot of whistles going off right now, and we have the blockers going to the trip block box. Excuse me. Looks like we have a skater that is, we're just going to start over. A little confusion on that last jam. Let's try this again. Number 55, Billy Goat Snuff against number 72 in black, Andy Slamberg.
And Judge Redhead and company, stereo up there at the front, holding back that jammer in the back as she is just trying to make her way around stereo.
Meanwhile, number 55, Billy Goat going off for a forearm penalty to the box, giving Andy Slamberg the opportunity to dominate in black.
So, in the case of a forearm penalty, in order for a penalty to be assessed, there has to be some sort of impact. So you'll notice that the skaters are able to touch their forearms to other opposing skaters actually quite often. But it's when something creates an impact where a skater loses position in the pack either by falling down or being pushed out that a penalty will be assessed for forearms. And that goes pretty much for elbows and other sorts of arm-related penalties. As well as back blocking. So if you're touching someone on the back and nothing is happening, that's fine. But as soon as you push somebody to the degree that they've either fallen or lost position in the pack, then a penalty would be assessed at that time.
It's been a relatively clean game. I'm fairly impressed with the blockers on both teams. We have not seen a lot of 2-on-2 tonight, Little O, but I imagine in this next game against the Church of Skating versus Andromeda is going to be pretty rough and tough and tumble.
It might be a little bit tougher, maybe.
Because this is a mixed skill level game this evening. You will see skaters who have skated for a long time and recreational skaters who are just now learning the skills of roller derby. And this is very exciting to watch them play in their first bout this evening. Oh, and a huge hop by Fifth Element for 5 points. Going to the blockers in black, blocking dead.
And Apple, I think you make a great point about skill level. If you're interested in starting with our recreational league, you just need to know how to strap wheels on your feet. You don't need to know how to play derby at all. We're going to teach you everything from the ground up, from falling to blocking to jamming to rules and strategy and all of that stuff. So if you are just interested in doing it, there is no skill level required.
That's right. In black, number 4 for Shalala. Shalalee. I'm gonna get it right here.
Just in time for it to be over, we'll get her name right.
And in white, once again, Slinky Binky. Getting a hot track. Shalala going out to the box for a quick second. Slinky Binky and White, who is also getting a cut track. We are going to have a jammer swap. That's right. Nobody likes a game where there's no one scoring. That's why when both jammers are in the box, we just swap one for the other.
Thank goodness for no more jammerless jams.
Number 44, Shalalee on her scoring pass. She's going up against the wall, wreaks havoc, and White's blocker's doing a fantastic job of recycling her. Shoots an attack going, give me some help, let's go!
Shalalee going up against Judge Drebin, a former teammate of hers, so she knows a little bit about how she plays.
She gets through as Slinky Binky enters the box. She is your scoring pass for White, excuse me, not on a scoring pass. With 3 minutes left to go, folks, we have just about 7 points between these teams. Oh, actually about 3 points between these teams. Let's hear it, guys. This could be anybody's game. Come on, Slinky Binky, scoring for White. You don't want to get a penalty at this point, and unfortunately she does. I may be the penalty cursor. I'll try not to. Once again, we're going to swap those jammers as number 44 from black re-enters, scoring 4 points immediately as the blockers were possibly not aware she was coming back in.
And it does look actually like Shalalee was out from her time before the second jammer came into the box there. So in the situation where there is a swap, the second jammer to come into the box will only sit as long as the jammer that started in the box sat. So in that situation, Shalalee was already off of her time, so the jammer in white will sit the full 30 seconds in that penalty box.
All right, guys, this could be your last few jams of the night. Let's give it up for number 72, Nemesis in black. Oh, excuse me, Andy Slamberg. And she is your lead jammer. That's Andy Slamberg for the Walking Dead. And the Walking Dead's gonna be scoring if she can get past Rex Havoc with a little help from aerial strike. And another waterfall by Ogden. Stereo, number 7. Cheering from the crowd. Let's hear it for Black as she tries to struggle through. Just needing to hold on to her point. Andy Slamberg needs to push through the front of that path. Oh, but Slinky Binky sneaks by on the inside. Slamberg calls the jam. Where are the points at?
These blockers in white not giving her.
Oh, but it's not done because she couldn't call it. She got a penalty. It looks like we're going to keep going, guys. Slinky Beanie scoring.
That's right, that's that situation I was talking about earlier where Jammer cannot call off the jam if they are immediately being called for a penalty at the same time. So that just happens when you know that that's a real thing.
We've got 21 seconds left to go in this period with Slinky Beanie trying to tie and exceed the points for White. Oh, she's getting in a wall of electric. That's a retired electric number 111. Meanwhile, back on the track, Andy Slamberg. Let's hear it, fans. Who do you want to win, black or white?
That's right, we got, looks like, oh, not quite. 5 on 5. An extra 4 points being thrown up for both teams. So we got an unofficial score here.
We're going to have to give a few seconds for these referees to finalize. Right now, we're sitting at 109 white, 115 black. Give them just a few seconds to give us a final score, but please take the track to give some high fives to these recreational skaters.
That's right, a great job to both these teams. Just so you all know out there, fans, we're going to be taking a break here and allowing the Church of Skating and the Andromedals to get warmed up before we start their game. So be back and ready for more derby action coming up about 6:05.
Once again, your final score, 115 for the Blocking Dead, 109 for the